Hello and welcome to week 2 of your fantasy football recap. I am your host, Steven Johnson, taking over for Hinkle McCrinkleberry for this week. We'll see who we'll have with you next week. First off, not too much change to the leaderboard. Varnum still stays in first. Chad moves up to second. Fincham moves down to third. But we'll start right off there with Varnum leading the way with the most points scored this week, 144. Big week out of Hertz, Cup, and Hill. 33, 26, and 36 respectively. Lacks much of a bench though, so we'll see if we can keep everybody healthy on that team. Gary, tough loss, buddy. 60 points. Matt Ryan threw up a whopping 1.8. Taysom Hill with 1.4. Maybe it's time to never start a Saint again, and maybe it's time to start thinking about Baker as your starting QB. We'll see. Moving forward, the big matchup of the week, Shadowlack versus Kenneth Daytime TV Schreiber. Second and third most points in the week for both of them. Kenny with the most points in a loss for the league this week. Shad, 137 points, led almost entirely by 4 players. Josh Allen with 30, Nick Chubb with 31, Stephon Diggs 39 points with 3 touchdowns, and then Mike Williams 21. The rest of his lineup scored a whopping 15 total points, so kind of relying heavily on those big guns right now. Also with a very weak bench. We'll see if everybody can stay healthy for him as well. Kenny, Jalen Waddle had a big week for you, 35. Aaron Jones with 31. Ultimately, it was your namesake, Jerry Jeudy. Failed to more than 11 yards. That's rough. Broncos are a big question mark, I think, in the NFL right now. I think they were before the season, but everybody was pretty high on that Russell Wilson thing for whatever reason. I don't even know still. Anyway, moving forward, speaking of Broncos, best dad in the bad, was 4th overall in points with 127 over the Treasurer with 87. Big week out of Lamar Jackson. We all saw that game. 43 points total, which is huge. And then Captain Kirk with 23. Solid play for most of his lineup. Lots of potential points sitting on that bench moving forward, though. Treasurer, pretty boring stat line overall. It's only Waller and Jeff Wilson breaking out and scoring over their projections. I don't know. We'll see. 87 points, still not bad. 5th, we've got Tom Gunn with 99 points over myself with a whopping 57. That's why we're here doing this. Gunn, pretty decent weeks out of Curtis Samuel, Damian Harris, and Mike Thomas. Mixed bag of will they work or won't they work on the bench. Still glad to see Henry Ruggs is occupying that bench spot, though. Pretty sure he's going to be making a comeback here any day with Adam Sandler and some kind of bourbon bowl down in some jail cell. Anyway, for myself, there's nothing really to talk about here. Please divert your eyes, and there is hope for the future. Fincham is going to come in 6th with total points with 88 over Eons with 79. Finch definitely saved 100% by Amon-Ra St. Brown. 35 big old points from him. That would have been the difference maker. Eons could have won that game for sure had he not had such a monster game. Ryan Tannehill with a whopping 0.88 points this week. 11 of 20 for 117 yards, 2 interceptions, and 1 carry for 2 yards. Is it Buffalo or is it Tannehill? We'll see. Mediocre week for Eons. Nothing really stands out. Have to move forward at least 1 week without Mike Evans or Dalton Schultz. And I think it's probably time to start Tua over Aaron there. It's rough times for sure. All right, and then last but not least, we have our lowest winner of the week with Jables beating out Galen 83-68. Solid week from Justin Herbert. Come to expect that pretty much every week. Tony Pollard's kind of becoming a solid play every week with another 18 points. Overall, lucky to have been playing somebody on the bottom half of this scoring lineup for sure, as I think there were still 5 or 6 other teams that could have beat you there. Galen, rough weeks out of Devontae Adams and Zeke, 8 and 5. Good work from Kyler Murray. Obviously, lots of question marks moving forward. Anyway, that's week 2. Week 3 is going to start tonight. This was brought to you by DraftKings. Use promo code DaveIsADouche to claim 69 cents off your next parlay of $100 or more. See you tonight.